Hello YouTubers, this is Music's Horror once again, and today I'm looking at my top 50 albums of all time list, and today we're going to look at number 47, the Freewheelin' Bob Dylan, released 1963 I do believe. Sorry I don't have the date right in front of me, but this album is considered one of Bob Dylan's most remembered, or the album that got a lot of people into Bob Dylan at the time. For example, let's go through the track listing of this album. Blowin' in the Wind, Girl from the North Country, Masters of War, Down the Highway, Bob Dylan Blues, A Hard Rain's Gonna Fall, Don't Think Twice, It's Alright, Bob Dylan's Dream, Oxford Town, Talkin' World War III Blues, Karina Karina, Honey, Just Allow Me One More Chance, and I Shall Be Free. Now, if we're going through my criteria, is this a landmark album? Yes, because I think this really was, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Bob Dylan was one of the first folk superstars of the 1960s. Some have said first protest singer. I highly dispute that. I really believe Johnny Cash was a protest singer before Bob Dylan was around. So yeah. Yay, Coca-Cola. No, but let's go through musicianship on this record. For just Bob Dylan being one guy, it was pretty darn good. There's some songs on here I really enjoyed. Signature song off the album, without a doubt, Blowin' in the Wind. That song was pretty much one of Bob Dylan's most recognizable songs ever recorded. It was used heavily in the civil rights movement, and Bob Dylan was focused very heavily in the civil rights movement in the United States. Now, there's another song on here that I believe are hidden gems off the album. I couldn't just narrow it down to just one because there's some pretty damn good songs on here. Girl from the North Country, Master of War, Don't Think Twice, It's Alright. And yeah, that's pretty much the three hidden gems I found on this album. Now, if you're thinking about, okay, how does it feel listening to it? I feel it's a tale of two different albums. You have some songs that are really fucking good, really rememberable for what they're talking about, and then you get some that are sort of, they're decent. So, that's that. Masters of War is a song that really showed Bob Dylan's voice being very raspy, more so than Blowin' in the Wind, with his, you're the masters of war, you that build all the guns. But yeah, it was really a big song because it was sort of him talking about let's see if I can get this time. Talking about the Bay of Pigs invasion, the failure of that, the Cuban Missile Crisis happened just before, or at least a few months or maybe a year before this album was released. So yeah, but no, this album to me is a pretty damn good album. I think some people might have it higher on their list, some might have it lower on their list, some might not even have it on a list of top 50 greatest albums of all time. But once again, this is my review of my top 50 albums of all time, number 47. The Freewheelin' Bob Dylan, baby. Great record. If you haven't bought it or listened to it, I highly suggest doing so. It's a pretty good album. Because there's stuff on here that some people might not like, but there's some stuff on here that's pretty damn good. And this is Music's Horror. Peace.